Hello everyone, you're welcome. This is Kingsley from KingspetDesigns. If you're just joining me for the first time, please ensure you subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit on the notification bell so that you get notified each time I upload new video. Okay, in today's tutorial, I'm going to be walking you through another section. We'll be trying to see how to complete this particular homepage we have been working for quite some time. You can see in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I added this particular section. We have the contacts on this particular side, and also we have something like, let me say, the image. I just had to use this particular image. You can actually use this. Can actually be the image of the church that is here, and also maybe a brief description about the church. Now in this particular site, I'm going to be showing you two ways of how you can actually represent this. I will show you how I made this. This side should be one, and also this side should be in two columns. You can see the description came into two columns. I will show you two ways how you can do this. You can either put it this way, or also show you the second format how I will be also inserting this particular side here. So without further waste of time on this particular video, let me just go straight so that I will show you what we are going to be doing today. So now I'm going to my dashboard. This is what I've already done, so I'm going to actually just remove them so that I'll recreate them for you so that you see how I tend to do it. So I'm removing them. Then let me update my page again so you see how it looks like. I'm updating my page. So that's done. So let me refresh my website now so that you see that everything is going to go off. I don't want to, so that it won't look as if I still worked on the same post. So now you can see it is no longer there again. So we are going to now continue our editing. So now what I did first was to bring in my title. I have my title. I brought my heading tag here. So after bringing in my heading tag, I'm going to come here and bring in my image tag. I'm going to bring in my image down here. Also, I'm going to introduce my two inner section. I'm going to introduce my inner section. Sorry. Let me just place it there and drag this. Okay. This is what we have. It's now at the bottom. So now what I'm going to do is to, on this particular one, let me insert the image. You can insert any image as I told you, and always ensure you tend to rename all your images because it actually helps in search engine. So let's have this. Okay, let me rescale my image. Let me say I'm using 50%. Yeah, let me use 50% for the size of this particular image. Now on this particular one, I'm going to bring in my text. I'm bringing in my text editor to this place, bringing it here. So now this is my text editor. Then what I'm going to do on this particular one, I'm going to come over to where we have column gap. I'm going to give it, let me say, wide. I'm going to make it wide so that there will be enough space between the columns here. So now on this particular text, I'm going to come here to style and make it to go through so that it will go through it. Now another thing I'm going to be doing on this side, now I'm going to click on it and come to where I have my advanced, click this. Then I'm going to come to where we have the right. I'm going to make it 280. That's the padding from the right should be 280, and also the padding from the left should be 280. So that is what I want now. So that I'll see what I'm having here, let me duplicate this into 2. Now delete this. Now this is what I have. Now let me do. So now this is exactly how I came up with that particular site that I showed you. This is exactly how it is. Now I'm going to you can actually on this side tend to change the color of everything you want. You already know how to do all this, so I believe I'm going to do a fast one here. Just edit, then style them. Once you've changed the text type, how the size of the text, you can actually do each and every box. I just want to show you how to lay all these things down. Okay, this is one of the first method how I should tell you. So I cannot just remove this. I don't no longer need that again. So this is how this is. Now this is how we came up with this. Now there was something like a background here, so I'm going to click on this side and stretch this. Now once I stretch the section, I come to here where we have this. Now on the background it was a light shade, so I think this was what I used. So this, you cannot see the difference. This was actually what I used on that particular side. So now I'm going to now click on here now and show you how to do it the other way around. So how do I do it the other way around? As I remember, I told you I'm going to show you 2 ways of doing how I can add that particular side. So I may bring in my text again to this side, then I'm going to introduce my inner column. Why I actually like using this, so that I'll be able to format it very well. So let me bring in my inner column here. So I don't need this any longer. I can delete this. I just left it there, should in case I want to add something like a title, but I don't really need a title on that particular side. That's why I actually remove it. So I can now come here over to this side. Now on this side I'm going to introduce my image. This is my image. Then on this side, other side, I'm going to introduce my text. So let me copy. I need this text more, so let me just copy it and paste it so that it looks a little bit longer. So now let's see. Let me say this. Let me assume this is my image and this is my text. So on the image, I'm going to now bring in my image. Now let's say I'm going to, on this side, let me stretch on this part. I'm going to stretch it to full width. Then let me give it a different color. Let me say I'm using this dark. I think it's just want it to be a little bit different from this so that you see the difference. I'm actually going to do away with one of them. So let's come to here and give my text a black color. So now what we now have, this is what we now have. It's not so what we actually have, you see here, is much more arranged. It's at the center, while this is just like this. So now we can actually still work on this. I'm going to do something now. Now let's see from this side. Now I'm going to work on my, so I'm going to bring this, make it a box. Let's say 750. Let's see how it looks like. 750 is too small. Let me increase it a little. Let's say 850. Let's see how it looks like. 850. I think. Let me still increase it a little. Let's say 9. Or let me make it 1000. Let me make it 1000. I think it's okay this way. The only thing I'm going to do now is to bring in this, so that I have to align this to be at the center of this particular, so that it doesn't look as if it's just at the top. It won't look too good. So I'm going to now click on this particular, on the text itself. Click on the text, then I'm going to ensure it's stretch. I want to make it to go stretch. Now on this text, now I'm going to add something like a little padding to the text. So now I'm going to come here, then let me say I'm giving it all padding, or everywhere should be 30. Let's see how it looks like. I think it's almost what I needed. But in case you are actually working and your own is not actually giving you, you can actually remove this and give them different sizes. Let me say you decide to make this 70, or let me make this, let me say 30 on the top, let's say 70 on the top. You will see the difference. So when I do 70 on the top, you can see it tends to push the top more down. So you can actually play with yours. Maybe yours won't give you exactly what I have here, but on my own now, 30 was actually okay to actually bring it to how I want it to look like. So this is actually how you can decide to place your images like this, maybe the about, or if you can even decide to even swap the position, maybe bring this to this other side. Let me show you something. You can actually let me duplicate it. I'm duplicating it. Then let's say on this, I'm bringing this this way. So you can actually do it any way you want it to look like. You can see on this one is here, this is this. So this is just how you actually play along with all these particular settings. So now I'm going to now go through this. Now I'm going to show you something. Okay, since I've gotten this, probably I tend to fall much more in love with this particular, the way I arrange this way. So I'm going to delete one of them and make use of this alone. Now on this one, actually I've showed you how to do this, so I'm actually not going to make use of this particular one any longer. So I'm going to delete this. So I'm going to delete this particular one. So let me just do some changes to the background field. So click on this, then come to where we have our background, and let's say I'm going to make it a lighter shade. Now this is how we come up with this particular section. So now let's go into the other aspect. Okay, the other side of this, we have where we have our contact details at the bottom here. It's actually going to, I brought in the same way I did, brought in my heading tag. Can decide to, let me just name it here, let me say contact, then align it to the center, and probably let me just change the text at once. The text color, let me make it black. I'm not really after the size of the text or whatever. So now I'm going to now bring in another section where I have my tree. I'm going to bring in my inner columns down again. I'm going to inner section, bring it down. Now what I'm going to be doing is to bring in another my icon. Going to bring in icon box. This is what I'm bringing in. So I'm going to bring this in here. Now this is what I have on this. Now let's say the first one should be my location. So I'm going to, let me use map. So I'm going to make use of this. To get this, you can just type in map, which is going to come out. Then click on this and then select your map. So I don't need a heading on it, so let me remove the heading. Already this will signify what's that is already a location. So let me just bring it, let me shorten this, let me put my full stop here. Let me assume this is what I have. Now I'm going to now make the icon black. So the text also, let me also make the text. You can see how I wish I added the title. This is where I can change the color, but I didn't add the title, so I'm just going to leave that. So now going to on this box, now I'm going to click on this side, then do some little settings on it. I'm going to, let me make it 30 padding from each and every side of it. So I'm going to leave it this way. And also on the text, this now, let me see how to, I'm going to reduce the size of this my icon a little. So on the icon, I'm going to come to the icon, the size of the icon, let me say I'm making it 25. It's actually smaller, let's say 30 or 45. Let's see how it looks like. I think it's okay now. I'm okay with it this way now. So now what I'm going to now do now, because I need it to be like 3 of them on this side, but before then I'm going to come to where I have this. I want to reduce the size. That's, let me say, come from here. I'm going to click on this. On the side, I'm going to make this, let me say 150. On the left, on the right, and then on the left also 150. So now what is now a bit at the center. So now what I'm going to now do is to duplicate this. So now I have to duplicate this particular, since I've already worked on this, I'm going to duplicate it. Why I love this duplication, it actually helps to save our time. So I'm just going to click delete this. So on this one, let's say this, I'm going to make use, this one should be our phone. So let's just type in phone, then bring this. Now on this side, let's say this was the phone number, so I'm going to just insert some phone number, dummy phone number. Yes, let me say 07, let me say 3, let me say let me just assume this was actually the phone number. Then on this one here, I'm going to make it okay. to envelope to get, I need to get something envelope. So let me make use of this. Then just envelope, once you type on it, it's going to come out. Just click on this. Now this is what I have. Let me say on the message is going to be, let me say mail at example.com. I think let me leave it like this. Let me say this is the email. Now I'm going to have something like this, where you can see I have, I don't need this to be too close to this, so I can just work on this a little bit. Say on this one, I'm going to add some little padding at the top. Let me say at the top, let me make it 20, and also at the bottom, let me make it 20 and see. Let me increase that at the top. Let me make the top something 50 or 40. So this is how this is what we now have now. So you can actually play along with these things the way you want it to look like. You can play along with this. This is where I'm going to actually stop. But this particular site, the video is becoming too lengthy, so I don't really want to make it too much lengthy. So this is where I'm going to stop. Ensure you watch the next video, because the next video is where I'm going to be rounding up with this particular side of the home page. Really, my homepage, I just try to, for tutorial sake, I'm just showing you how to lay down some things. You can actually try to create yours differently from what I'm having here. You can actually try different design you want to your own taste. So I'm just trying to see how to, what I'm actually after is just to show you how to bring everybody to get some every tools and work on them, align them the way you want them to look like. That's just what I'm actually after in showing you in this particular video. If you're still watching this video and you have not yet considered subscribing to my channel, please hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified each time I upload new videos. So now in the next video, I'm going to be show you, as I said earlier, showing you how to, we'll be working on our footer so that it is going to blend with what we are having here. And you can see from our footer there, now I'm going to be showing you, if I tend to give this place a color, let me show you something now. If I tend to give this side a color, if I click on this and give this side a color now, I should give it a color. Let me say I'm giving it this color for now. Now let me show you something now. By the time I close this, you tend to see, don't worry, I didn't stretch this, that is why you are seeing it there. But you tend to see that there's a space between here and here, of which is not really advisable. That space is not really advisable to be on your website like that. So how do we close this particular space? Let me come to here and stretch this. Now to close that gap, now this particular gap, we'll be seeing this gap you're actually seeing here under it here. What you're going to do is to just come over to where you have advanced, then on this one here, I'm going to click on it. Now you're going to reduce, you can see there's space here. I'm going to, on this one, make it minus, then probably depending on your own, you might, let me say 60, let me try 60 and see. Actually 60 gave me what I wanted, but it's too much. Let me say 50 and see. Let's say 50. I think 50 was quite okay. So you can see this is actually how you close that particular space you are having there, because you don't want to show that you give your website to your client and it's having space at the bottom there, so it's actually not going to look very professional of you. So nevertheless, just ensure you watch the next video. If you have any question or any difficulty, as usual, you can actually drop in the comment box below. I will try my best to see how to attend to each and every one of them. Until next time, bye for now.